Good morning, students. I hope that you have gone through the last videos of Entrepreneurship Chapter 1, in which environmental scanning and business opportunities were discussed. Now, the next topic, which is given in your textbook, NCERT page number 9, is environmental factors. Before coming to environmental factors, I would briefly discuss what is environment scanning. Now, as the word scanning, you all know in computers, scanning is very minutely studying and copying each and every item on each and every point of a image of any image and then giving you a copy of it. Similarly, in environmental scanning, we deeply study or minutely study each and every point of business environment and then try to understand it, and this is called environmental scanning. Now, why do we scan the environment? We try to scan the environment to know what are the opportunities available in the business, what are the threats of the business, and how would we be able to cope up with those problems and take the advantage of those opportunities. So SWOT analysis was also briefly discussed in environment scanning. And here environment does not mean any ecological environment, but it means business environment. Business environment are all those things that are available in the business and which would enable the business to run properly. These are also those things which affect the business. So actually business environment are all those things which affect the business, and they would affect the business in a positive or maybe in a negative manner. That is why they are called environment or business environment. Now next we come to environmental factors. Now what are environmental factors? These are the various large, small or medium firms which operate under different business environment, or these affect the business. These are those forces which affect those businesses and help the business to run properly. If the businessman is able to identify those opportunities, he would be able to run the business properly, and if he is not able to identify those opportunities or threats, he would be having problems in that business or running that business. Now next, coming to business environment. Business environment, as we also already discussed, are those things which affect a business and which sometimes are helpful for the business, which are sometimes also creating problems for the business. Now these business environments can be divided into two parts, which are micro environment and macro environment. First, coming to micro environment are those things which are within the business and which affect the business from within. For example, suppliers, they are directly related to the business and they are the creditors of the business, which would very well affect the business in a positive or negative manners. Similarly, customers, intermediaries, competitors and general public, they are directly related to the business, and that is why they are called micro environment, because they affect the business more and directly, and it is in the control of the businessman who can influence these micro environment and take care of these environment. So micro environment are those which are directly associated with the business and which can be controlled by the businessman. Customers, because customers can increase or decrease the quantity demanded by them. Intermediaries are the wholesalers or retailers who can help the business by selling more and more product. They can also reduce the demand if they do not endorse the product provided by the business. Competitors, because competitors are selling the same type of product that the business is dealing in. So if they come with any new product, they would affect that particular business, and the businessman also has to think about same type of product or a product which is having a competition or which could give a competition to that product. So competitors are also important part of business environment. Then general public, it is the general public only who sometime become a customer. So general public is also a part of micro environment. Now next, coming to macro environment. In this PESTEL model, because PESTEL stands for political environment, social, technological, ecological and legal environment, this is followed. Now macro environment are those which are not in the control of the businessman. They are outside the organization and they affect the business, and they cannot be directly controlled by the businessman. The businessman has to change himself according to these macro environment. So briefly discussing about each and every type of or factor of macro environment. Political environment, these includes the government, because politics is related to the government formed in the country, and the government policy influences the political environment. For example, if a government is against MNCs, the government would be making policies against the MNCs. So any business which is belonging to outside the country or any other country, they are not able to do business within the country. So this is an example of political environment, which includes taxation policy of the government and foreign trade regulations of the government. Next is economic environment. Economic environment are those things which are influencing the business, which include the situations like inflation, interest rate, business cycles of the economy, then income of the people, availability of resources like energy, raw materials, minerals within the country. Those would help the business to run properly. They would help the business to acquire the raw materials, and they would help to launch a product according to income of the people. For example, when income of people were low in India, black and white televisions and black and white mobile phones were sold. But when the income gradually increased, the same companies decided to sell color mobiles or smartphones and color televisions. So this is also very important thing which cannot be controlled by the businessman. He has to follow whatever is available in the country. Next is social environment. Among the macro environment, social environment includes the cultural environment of the country, the population of the country, distribution of income within the country, lifestyle of the people, and these things influence the businessman by deciding or helping the businessman to decide which type of product should be provided or produced by the businessman. For example, the type of dress which is liked in India or which is demanded in India depends upon the society in which we live. The society of any other country, they would be demanding a different type of product because their society, their population, their lifestyle, those things are different. Similarly, for a music composer, the music or type of music, the language in which a music is composed, that would be different in India and that would be different in a European country. So these things also affect a businessman and helps the businessman to decide. The next is technological environment. The technological environment helps the businessman to upgrade the technology. The businessman takes decisions on the basis of availability of technology in the country, and he also designs the product according to a technology available and easily available. For example, when the technology of black and white TV was available, the producers produced black and white televisions. When the technology upgraded to color televisions, they have upgraded to this. Then today we have LCDs and LEDs. So LCDs and LEDs are now better technology, and which is now followed by the television companies. The companies which are not able to cope with this change in technology and upgrade themselves gradually vanish from the market, and they are not able to keep their market intact. For example, in India only we can observe that a company like Onida could not cope up with the market because they had, or they could not upgrade their technology along with companies like Samsung or LG. In mobile phones also we observe that there are many companies, but they are not able to cope up with those technological environment or changes. Next is ecological. Ecological environment refer to the ecology or the environment of any country. So a company has to take care of the damage which is provided by the activities. So ecological environment is also has to be taken care of according to rules and regulations of the government, rules and regulations related to emission of smoke or any other type of uh, damage to the environment. They have to follow a minimum rule. For example, in case of cars, the companies have to follow BS4 emission rules, and they have to produce their product according to that only. Legal environment refer to the law which is made in the parliament, and they are enforced by the different courts. So legal environment affect the businessmen, and they have to take care that they do not break any rule or law made by the government, and any action is not taken by the courts against them. Next, problem identification. Now, what is a problem? Problem is a hurdle which comes in our way and which does not allow us to do a business or any activity without any interruption. So we have to identify a problem, then find a solution to a problem, and many times problems turn into an opportunity. For example, today COVID-19 is a problem that we are facing, but this COVID-19 only has come up with some opportunities also, because many companies who are engaged in production of sanitizers, masks, then ventilators, they are having a good opportunity because they have converted the problem into an opportunity of producing these things and selling in the market. So problem identification is also important for a businessman, and to convert that opportunity into a problem into an opportunity and earn profit. Now, what are the objectives of problem identification? A businessman should be clearly able to identify the problem, so and state what is the problem, then identify the target group facing the problem. There are different types of problem. For example, in case of books or textbook, it would be young students who are the target market of the company or the organization. So the company is able to identify the target group, and they are able to come up with some solutions. Then they have to find the market acceptability of the solution to the problem. Anything which is sold by the producer should also have a market acceptability, because if they are not able to give any solution, or if it is not accepted, then they would not be sold in the market, or people would not accept it. Next, what are the uses of problem identification? Now, problem identification brings out new product in the market. So whenever a producer identifies a problem, he comes up with a new product and he sells in the new product. As of now, you can observe that many new types of ventilators, many automobile companies are now making ventilators, and they are making ventilators at low cost, and it is very well identified, and they are accepted by the people also. Then they have to understand the problems and need of the market. if a producer comes with a product which is very expensive and it is not able to be purchased by a common man, then solution to a problem is also not helpful to people and he is not able to take the advantage of it. So he has to come with a product which is acceptable by the people also. Be creative. Creative means we have to, or the businessman has to be creative. He has to think about a new product and a product that should be or that is acceptable by the people. Next, the problem identification leads to increase in employment or employment generation. Whenever these problems are solved with the help of some opportunities, they are coming with some employment generation and people are being employed by the businessmen or the entrepreneurs. Many entrepreneurs, for example, in case of digital payment, when Paytm or such type of applications were made, many people got employment. So these type of things create employment also. And next, which is related to fourth point only, is increase in national income of the country. So whenever a businessman or entrepreneur comes with a solution and employs people, automatically the income of the people will increase, and increase in income of people will lead to increase in national income of the country. So that is enough for today.